You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, it's AFTERBUZZ TV's Californication After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Californication After Show.
Welcome, everybody. Bing is for doing. We're here doing Season 6, Episode 7 of Californication, The Dope Show. I am your host, Phil Svitek, joined alongside Stephen Lemieux and Roxy Striar.
I get the rookie on the show?
You get the rookie.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Lee could not make it tonight, unfortunately, but we are here, fearless, ready to do this, delivering you the PSA that Hank couldn't.
Yes.
But before we get to the PSA part of this, let's get to the Runkle part of this.
Check.
The
Yes.
Runkle part of this. Runkle looks so skinny. And you guys are saying it's been all season. I don't know whether it's just this episode he looks so thin.
It has been all season.
He
I
must
mean,
have been hitting the weights.
last episode when he walks in his rocker gear, it's like he's got that jacket on tight. You're just like, damn, Runkle, shit.
Yeah, he's definitely lost a lot of weight to the point he looks emaciated. You know,
I don't think so.
I tried to tell somebody that the other day, and I said emancipated and felt like an asshole.
I hope the
Yeah,
I hope
laugh
the
all
person you were
want,
talking
man.
to was not of a certain race. But I don't think he looks emaciated. I mean, I think he looks good. I mean, because we're just so used to him from the previous seasons being overweight.
Whoa. He wasn't overweight.
Yes, he was. He had beer gut up the ass, and what's going on is when you get rid of, you can't spot weight loss, Phil. You got to get rid of it everywhere to get rid of it some places. So he's just lost it off of his arms and legs, and it's slowly going away from his chest first, or next.
Isn't that how weight loss works?
Yeah, I know about this, Phil. I've lost 70 pounds, motherfucker.
All right, well,
Wow.
Evan, if you're listening,
That's tight.
I think you've gone a little bit too much. I think you could use some pounds on you. Sorry.
Plus, when you lose weight, your dick looks bigger.
Thank you. What about if you shave it?
If you cut off your fingers and put them near your dick looks bigger too.
There you go.
What other ways can we make our dick look bigger, Roxy?
While we're on the subject, I do want to say
I have
this.
little hands. I just like, oh.
I don't know if it was
like
just
that.
me. Martin, cut off their mics, please. Please.
I feel like my mic is cut.
All right. So speaking of one of the ways, not to get it too much into this, but if you notice the scene with him walking in, his nuts are gigantic.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry to have to be the one to bring that up.
No, I didn't notice because we had closed captioning like right over his nuts.
That's probably why.
But then
Well,
it
that
moved.
pissed me off.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. But yes, his nuts were pretty. They're like tennis balls in those teeny, skinny jeans.
Yes, they were. And I think they played that up in
That's
on
what
purpose.
rockers do, baby.
They show their nuts.
Yes.
I don't think I've heard the term "your crooked dick" so many times in an episode before, but they say it a lot in this episode.
They did, but it was obviously for a very specific reason. It was
to identify it in the
Yeah.
video, yeah.
yeah. So let's talk about how do you guys feel about, we've been predicting this. Marcy or Runkle is going to get Marcy. What are your guys' thoughts on it this week? Did he go about it in the right way? What do we got?
Obviously, it wasn't going to be easy. I wasn't expecting it to be perfect the first time, but it's like one step forward, 12 steps backwards. I don't know how I feel about that. Of course, we have the rest of the season, and I'm sure by the end of it, we'll get the ball rolling more, but it's like, I don't know, they've kind of been dick teasing us for a while now, and we got that, like, OTPHJ for 13 seconds, and then it's gone.
Well, it's just like Runkle. For
Like
that
Roxy.
Yeah, it's just like Roxy too. No, it's just like Runkle for it to be so close, and he is like right there, and then something fucks it up. Like, just go back to what was his boss's name?
But he's the one who messed. Again, every time something bad happens in his life, when will Runkle learn? It's his choice. It's his design.
Right.
What was his boss's name at the last?
Which one?
She always went so and so out.
Oh, you're talking about
Yes. Runkle.
Cornelia. No, it's something. Martin, look up season 3.
Oh, the blonde like chick that
The
was.
blonde woman who was always
Yeah, and they
like,
were fucking at some point.
Yes, but like
She was a man.
he was so close to getting Marcy back at that point, and then she even comes by to congratulate him on the client with flowers, and she walks in and they have the whole conversation. Wait a second. Runkle, are you inside that woman right now?
Yeah.
Yes, honey. Like, I mean, it just fucks him over. Just like this episode. They hold it to the end, fucks him over.
Okay, I have 2 questions. Number 1, completely irrelevant, but can you guys hear me? Because I feel like I'm going in and out.
Here's the thing. I can certainly hear you guys.
Oh, there we go.
The swear words are the most piercing thing of all of it.
Fucking A, dude. Okay, so here's my second question, which I swear is relevant. And this is to guys because I know it's a different answer for girls. Can you be in love with somebody and still feel okay fucking other people? Like, Runkle has this huge realization that he's in love with Marcy, and then he's fucking Patricia. Like, could you do that? Because I don't think that I could.
Here's Runkle's. I don't think it's kind of a guy thing, but don't stereotype in that way, please, Roxy. If I can teach you anything.
I'm asking a question.
I understand.
Stereotypes reserved.
Okay, so in Runkle's sense, the reason why Runkle does it is because he's too easygoing. He goes with the flow. He doesn't know any other way. And again, it's the short-term mentality that always gets him in trouble. He never thinks long-term.
Well, let me ask you this, Roxy. Let's say you loved a guy and he didn't love you back. Would you save yourself for him to eventually love you back, or would you just go with the flow until the situation happens?
One
First of all,
day.
that would be assuming that Marcy didn't love Runkle back. Second of all, no conversation had been had at this point.
Still, I mean, he loves her. He is not sure about what she feels.
Obviously, I don't think you should wait your whole life for somebody if they're never going to fall for you.
Yeah, it wasn't even a 24-hour period.
Yeah,
That's true.
You know, I think those are 2 different questions. So what you're asking me, no, then I don't think it's fair. But he had the realization, he had this life or death experience. He's at the park, and he is fucking somebody in the bathroom.
Yeah, but just look at Hank. I mean, come on.
Well, that's different.
Oh, it's different when it's Hank.
Yeah, I love
It's
him.
different when he has hair. Is that what's going on?
No.
Well, we'll
Yes.
talk. Not to get into Hank too much, but the reason why it is actually different is because Karen is not reciprocating love. And this has been what now? Kind of, I mean, it's been on and off, but you could say 4 years, 3 years. I don't know. Count it however you want to count it, I guess, ultimately.
But even while they were together, Hank still...
Hank is a victim of circumstances, always has been. Like, the shit that
How
happens
is
to him-
Runkle not a victim of circumstances this episode?
Because he went and fucked. Because Hank in this episode got his hand put on a girl's tit, and Runkle willingly went into a bathroom to fuck a chick and videotaped it.
Hey, he didn't
You
do
don't see the
anything.
difference?
He didn't do anything except put the mask on, hold the camera.
And pull out his dick.
No, she did that for him.
You think. This is the problem with guys.
I'm just setting you up.
I'm sitting next to fucking Chrisley next time.
Hey, don't lump me in with him.
I'm leaving. Fuck this.
What has this show turned into?
What is this?
All right. I think I am Team Roxy in that it's too early. It's too early.
Shut up.
And you know what? And as we find out, you know, I love the pillow talk, by the way. You know, and he says, she's like, you know, how can it be that easy? And it can be that easy. But you messed it up, Runkle. You messed it up.
You take responsibility for your actions, you.
Runkle made a big potty.
He did.
That was kind of cute, though.
And again, you know, in terms of that, I love the fantasy moment. Why can't we build that fantasy for him? I mean, he's using that, but you know, it's the 3 of them. Why not have a family?
You know, I do think when there's a kid in the picture, you owe it to the child to make the extra effort. But if you're making the extra effort, you're not fucking Patricia in the park.
In the bathroom.
And yeah, in the bathroom.
I don't know. Runkle goes through phases, and yes, he loves Marcy, but now that he's slept with Marcy, do you think he's still going to be trying to go after her that much more, or you think he's going to have his fix and be...
No, I think he's going to still go after her. Listen, he's on the plane. He realizes he's in love with Marcy. He fucks Trudy. Then he comes home. He still realizes he's in love with Marcy. He fucks Patricia. Then he goes and he fucks Marcy. And he's always going to want to fuck Marcy, but he's not willing to put the other tail behind.
All right.
How did you guys feel about Marcy's response when she said it's familiar but in a not unpleasant way? That's a double negative right there.
Well, look at the shit she's done with Stu. It's all crazy shit. Like, they have role play, they have toys, they have all this crazy crap. It's nothing like, it's not like a loving couple, really. It's not. They're not making love. They're fucking. Like, Stu comes up with a snorkel and a dildo. I mean, that's pretty...
So if you're fucking, you can't be in love?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
You have to be making love to be in love?
I'm just saying it's been so long for her because to spice things up with Stu, she's been doing all this crazy shit. She hasn't just had... Like, this is her first love. This is the guy she was married to for so long. I mean, it's like, it's nostalgia and love, because of course she still loves Runkle. So it's just kind of that feeling of they don't need the crazy shit for it still to be good for her.
But she still didn't quite get there. Mama almost got there.
Yeah, but that was impressive.
Mama did almost get there. And, of course, I love how she catches him on the bent penis.
Mm-hmm. And she knew exactly who that mom was. Oh, she's the mom who always wants to have sex with all the dads.
What's it called? What, Hannah?
Housewife Hannah.
Housewife Hannah.
Varn, look up if there's a thing called housewife anything.
There's going to be a lot of housewife
like
things.
porno, or what do you mean housewife anything?
You guys make
What do
me
you think
fucking
I'm
sick.
saying?
All right.
Martin, I have two people who've upped the swear count so much.
I'm sorry.
I know, we're going to do an
What do you
F-word
think I'm
counter on
asking
this
for?
show.
Housewife? I'm looking for a housemaid? Jesus, Martin.
We're doing a swear word
Okay,
counter on the
no
show
more
starting
balls,
next
Manson.
week.
No more
Okay.
balls, Manson.
All right.
Words of wisdom, baby.
All right, before we move on to Manson, I want to thank you guys. Take this moment, without hyperbole, to say thank you guys for listening. We do appreciate it. I recruited 2 people. See, last season I had to do it by myself for you guys, but now I recruited 2 greats from AfterBuzz to do
That's
the show.
right, we great, baby.
You're talking
Yeah.
about Chrisley and Roxy, aren't you?
Yes, one of them is missing.
No, she was here all along.
But see, we're improving the panel as we speak because of you guys, and we try to alter it. Apparently, this week you guys said we need to swear more. So
Fuck.
let us know we've done that enough for you. So go to iTunes, rate and comment, let us know how we're doing,
5 stars, bitches.
and then tell us how much you hate us.
You know what you should also do? You should also go to YouTube and comment so we can comment back with curse words and the like.
Thank you.
Yes.
Good point. Valid point.
Steven's
just-
going to learn new words by next week, I promise you.
Let's bring a dictionary. Are there
I will hit
synonyms
him with
for
a
How about a
curse words?
thesaurus?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get to Becca, speaking of words and writers.
Okay. Every time I see Becca, and even more now, she just reminds me of how good the casting was on having Becca be Karen's daughter. Because, like, the jawline, just how similar she looks. I'm astounded by it still.
Really? You think she looks that similar?
I think she looks astoundingly similar. Like, the jawline, the facial features, she looks...
but
she
the
even pulls-
coloring is David Duchovny, so it's good.
Yeah, like, the facial features, tons of housewife porn.
We're getting a note from the booth that there is in fact tons of housewife something
Can
porn.
somebody get me out of here?
AfterBuzz exclusive. No, but I mean, like, looking at season 1 where you're kind of like, you're unsure, as she grew up, it's really like you can definitely see David Duchovny and you can see Karen in her. So it's pretty cool.
It is. It really is.
Yeah, and she's great. She's awesome. I saw her in August Osage County on Broadway a few years back, and she was unbelievable. So she performs live, too.
Baller.
Now, what do you guys think of her? You know, obviously she throws this party. Both Karen and Hank are mad at her. Karen maybe more so than Hank.
A little more mad because they walk in on some boy trying to just to tip her.
I think she's not going as crazy as she's letting on.
Who, Karen or Becca?
Becca. I think Becca is really like just doing this to test bounds with her parents and to maybe even people watch the other people as they do all these things. Because when we see her in the hot tub, she's obviously not inebriated. She's like telling the guy no. She's telling him he needs a condom. Like, she seems very sober. And after a party like that, you think she'd seriously look like that? You think she'd be completely not hungover at all? No way. Like,
Okay, that's a valid point. That's actually a very valid
Okay,
point.
but she did steal all those drugs. You think she just knew Karen was going to go through her purse?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But honestly, I think she's.
But by having those drugs, she can attract people. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so maybe they weren't for immediate use, but then
I do agree with her, though, to a certain extent. You know, parents have to trust their kids at some point. When you're grown up and you're over 18 years old and you're doing your own thing, I mean, you're still living under your parents' roof, so you have to respect them in that sense, but you got to make your own mistakes. I fucking know I did.
Well, she did bring up one of the points that I thought was really valid for her. She said, you guys had it easy with me.
Yeah.
They did. Like, with all the shit that Hank did with Karen and everything, like all the women coming home. God, I mean, it's surprising she didn't run away and never come back after she turned like 14 or 15.
Or go to rehab or try to kill herself. Like,
Yeah, it's like.
it's insane.
I mean, she is. Hank is obviously deterring her away from it, but she's now channeling it through an artistic vision.
Which, unfortunately, we don't know if it comes out so well.
I mean,
Find
she's
out.
already experimented with shrooms with her friend, the dean's daughter. So I mean, I guess the only thing left is, is narcotics. So I mean, I think she's
Well,
just
that
slowly
was-
dipping into that a little bit.
That was kind of the rich girl rebel, but now this is a lifestyle, and she's trying to embrace that. But I think you do make a good point, and one of the reasons why she does end up leaving Marilyn Manson is because she doesn't want that lifestyle. I think she wants to observe it, but
No, I think it's because he tried to poop on Atticus's chest.
Come on, we've all had a situation where we've might have pooped on Atticus' chest in our life.
True or false? You have pooped on somebody's chest before.
False. But I've almost pooped on Atticus Fetch's chest.
thank you.
Good story.
You
Good
haven't?
story.
You haven't?
Once.
To cut ahead, I mean, I don't even know what Roxy's point is.
Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I'm like, I know we're going in one direction, and if I say this, Phil's gonna get pissed, but I just have to throw in my 2 cents, let you get pissed, and put us back on
She's
track.
like Nicolas Cage in Next. She can see 5 seconds in the future, and she decides on a bad outcome
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, to bring it to your point, I will counter you because I think it wasn't just that. I think when she's with Karen and Hank, she says, I've always kind of known what I'm doing.
She's just too smart. She's too smart to be getting fucked up and wasted to the point of fucked updom. That's 2 fuck words, Phil. That's 3 now.
Oh my God.
I honestly think she's just observing the effects of the people of her generation when they're introduced to these narcotics and these drugs and things. Like, I'm wondering what's going to happen with this guy. I forgot his name. What's his face? The Tower Master.
That guy is in 21 and over.
He
There's
is.
a little bit of
What
news.
guy are you talking about?
Her boyfriend, or
Oh.
just the tip guy.
The Harry just the tip.
I've never heard fucked up before. Fucked up
Fucked updom.
Fucked
Dumb.
updom.
Like DOM at the end.
You're dumb, DOM.
My goodness, guys.
You're fucked dumb.
Here's what I love about Hank, and here's what I hate about you guys. Your interpretation of all this just becomes swear words. Hank has an articulate way
I'm articulating.
of navigating through this drug-induced world. So congratulations,
If you were-
guys.
If you were a father, would you have gone the route that Hank did?
To
Like,
fucked up them?
Yes.
No, I would. Maybe.
We need a bumper for that.
okay, guys, my favorite line of the episode, hello, child, just over and over again.
Hello, child.
It was so funny.
Oh, bring the child in. Who's Becca?
Hello, child.
Oh, the child. Yes.
You know what, Roxy? You might get this reference and you might like it. I think it reminds
what if
me
I
of Sarah Jessica Parker in Hocus Pocus.
Okay, why?
She's the witch with the
Yeah,
child.
I remember the movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just.
But she's like not fucked up on drugs, running or laying down. Like,
Yeah, but she's a airheaded witch, and Atticus Fetch because of the drugs.
I'm impressed that you know the movie enough to make that connection.
There you go. That's what I do.
So we're still talking about Becca, right?
Okay,
We
and
still are. What is it when you meet your hero, such as Marilyn Manson, which we're to assume that is one of hers? What is the takeaway? What is the lesson? I love that they're just laughing at the PSA or whatever they may be putting on.
What's the question?
The question becomes.
Valid point, Phil.
The question becomes, how does it alter Becca's perception of drugs?
I think
Okay, you guys asked me if you met Marilyn Manson, would you do coke with him if he was offering? That was a question you guys asked me during. And I fucking hate coke. Like, everybody knows I'm a party girl. I've messed around. People would probably think I do a lot of coke. It sucks. I hate it. And if Marilyn Manson wanted to do coke with me, I'd probably say yes. So, and he's not even like top 5 of my idols. And maybe that's me being weak, but I feel like when you meet somebody that you idolize so much and they're doing something, even if you know it's wrong, you kind of want to join the bandwagon, which is fucked up. I'm usually not a follower, but you know, you're looking at somebody, you're so impressed with them, and you like, it's almost embarrassing to say no. So it's like, seeing him do that, on one hand, it probably makes her feel like it's okay. But on the other hand, at least he was fucking crazy. Like, if he had been doing coke and been a great role model, she would have been screwed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more of a level thing. Like, if you're at a place and they're hosting and they offer you a drink, you're not going to turn the drink down. If you're at Snoop Lionn's house and he offers a fucking blunt to you, you're not going to say, "No thanks, I don't smoke, Snoop." Like, it's just one of those like situation things.
Yeah.
It'd be awkward to say no in a situation like that.
To a degree,
I'd rather like tweak out on the couch and say yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I'm gonna get kicked off the show, aren't I?
they're not gonna get kicked off the show. you're both 5 swear words away from that.
okay, so we got 5.
Guys, for Christmas, all I want is AIDS. Can you do that for me?
That was a very funny. I don't even know what that line meant.
Like, what the hell?
I think he was just fucking with
What's this?
everybody.
Oh, okay. Good. Let's keep this up.
Where was I going with this? My God.
With your idol and what you want. I don't know. See, I could be completely wrong, and I'm probably sending the wrong message out, but it's hard to say no when you idolize somebody so much, is all I'm trying to say.
But I think here's where I give Becca a lot of credit. She's so self-actualized and so intelligent that I think one of the, as Hank points out later, it was a nice day. You know, to have the parents care about her again. She is kind of falling back into the role of child.
What I will say is I love seeing Hank and Karen join together to try and help Becca. At least that was something I could appreciate, even though Hank fucked it up and was touching the tits. And
The parental units were together again to finish something together.
and that's important, and we see that with Marcy and Runkle, even though it pisses me off that Runkle is full of shit because he was trying to... Damn it. What's another way to say full of shit? Full of crap.
Full of crap.
Yes.
Full of crap. Because
Listeners,
he doesn't care about Stu. He doesn't care about little Stu. He just wants Marcy to try to impress her.
That's true.
And that's effed up.
I'm proud of you. Listeners, Roxy has 2 fingers left because we started with 5 after getting 5 to kick off the show. So she has 2 fingers left after that 30-second
has
speech.
4.
I have 4, which I'll gladly give up 1 fucking finger right there. Now I have 3. Okay, but Becca, so what do you think? What are your thoughts on her book? Do you think that the book is going to be just a big brick of crap? Or do you think... I know, close. Or do you think she's actually going to have some valid points in there that Hank will help her maybe put into a novel as opposed to...
I think you're getting into predictions.
It's still Becca.
Okay, well, this isn't necessarily a prediction, but what do you think the book is about? You know, we know, and this is the book. Fucking and punching
Phil?
is Hank's. I said this is the book.
So if I say this is the book before every time I swear,
Oh my goodness.
this is the book. What the fuck are you talking about?
Martin! Martin!
I miss Chrysalie.
I do too.
This is
What
the
did
book.
you do?
Fuck you, Martin.
All right.
Okay, go ahead. So this is the book.
What is the well, that was a specific instance, right? That's him and Mia. What is this book about? Is it just
About her sexual sexcapades.
is it Charles Bukowski's women but guys in this case?
I really don't know. I mean, maybe it's about her family and about her parents and growing up. Is it fiction? Nonfiction?
I think it's kind of like maybe it's something along the lines of what if you do exactly what your parents do, like what are the choices you'll make if you make them as close to your parents as possible?
Are you assuming that, or do you have some sort of intel?
I'm assuming that.
That's a good assumption.
Well, here's I'm going to lead you guys because I know you've sort of said this in your own ways, both of you. She's observing this world, but she still doesn't know how to be a part of it, therefore she doesn't know how to write for it. Whereas Hank lives this world, so that's why I think next week we're going to find out that the book's not as great as it should be, is because of that fact.
I hope if it's not as great as it should be, it's something that can be improved. Like, it's not just complete crap and she can get notes on it. Because I don't want to see her completely fail. Or maybe there's something about it that Hank can help her rewrite, or, you know what I mean?
I'm going to hold off my thoughts until predictions.
Well, there's the great line that was that Hank told the kid who tried to off himself after Hank said his work was terrible back in the Dean season, where he's just like, you have to fail to continue to be better. Like, you get better with time. If you released a successful book on your first book, I mean, you're never going to get better.
But you can't really teach writing either. That's Hank also taught that. So either Becca's good or she's not.
At least we know whatever he says to Becca that he's honest, because think about Becca's ex-boyfriend that he fucking hated, and oh, thank God, my hand was really getting tired.
Are you now fired?
You're fired. This is our last podcast with Roxy.
Really?
No, it's after 5. She has reached her limit.
Okay.
Okay, because remember the boyfriend that Hank hated, and he told him that his script was amazing?
Yes.
So we know he's honest, even if he doesn't want to like something. We know he is going to tell the truth, which is good, but...
Bad for Becca.
Right.
Sadly.
Not good fathering skills.
I don't think it's going to be completely terrible because, I mean, he said his daughter's talented when he saw her reading at the cafe. So, I mean, I honestly think it's going to be just she doesn't know what to leave out and what to keep in. And I think it's just going to be
long.
I think it's going to be sorting through the bull crap and getting the meat of the story, because she gave him this gigantic thing of papers. I honestly think it's like turning that into like getting the shit off the dirty diamond.
That's my job here. As your leader, my job is to filter out all these swear words from your stupid little brains right now.
Imagine me
Come
with
on,
kids.
Phil. Just say it.
All right.
Join us.
Can't beat them.
I will not join them. I will be like Hank. I have a brilliant plan for you guys, and I will make you better speakers by the end. All right.
What's the plan?
The plan is, well, let's talk about Hank taking credit for his genius plan and Karen not reciprocating in those moments. How did you guys feel their dynamic in this episode?
I know that she's seen it 1,000 times, but I think that a lot of her being pissed was about the boob grab. Even though it looks like it's not getting to her anymore, it's like he always is messing up, and she's just sick of it. She's like, on top of that, your plan sucked. Did you want to go over there and see this chick? Just be real with me. If everything had gone to plan and Becca had left, like Hank had said, and that did happen and nothing else had gone down, I think she would have given him maybe like a little kiss goodnight.
I think it would be refreshing to have at least one episode with Karen and Hank where a situation arises that could put Hank in an awkward position and Karen doesn't catch him. Because it's just getting so ridiculously predictable at this point.
Right.
Like,
I said before she walked in, and Karen's about to walk in, and then of course she did.
All right. You guys ready to move into predictions then? Actually, I have.
Yeah, what do you...
Well, because we'll make predictions long and stuff like that. But before we do, hit the news and gossip bumper, Martin.
Oh.
TV news.
Is something stuck in your throat?
Yeah.
Real fast.
Explosions.
Real fast. Marcy's character, real name Pamela Adlin. She was on Adam Carolla's podcast. She had a great appearance. She answered some sex questions.
Great.
Ooh.
Maybe you guys should, She swears a lot, so, join that ship.
We met her at the gifting suite, and she was the cutest woman of all time.
She is very fantastic.
I hope we should get her to come in.
I think she should come in.
She was so fun.
We're working on getting her. We're working on a few special guests for you guys before the end of the season, so it's just come down to scheduling. I'm hoping to get David Duchovny, now that he's promoting his new movie.
Everybody loves
Phantom.
double Ds.
And somebody who works at AfterBuzz just interviewed him. Sassy Gabby, baby. So maybe she can hook that up.
What about Maria?
Yeah.
He was on Extra.
That, of course, that's true. I think Maria could get anybody in here that she wanted to. She has access to the world. I was plugging Sassy. Keep going.
There you go. So that's my little fun bit of news and gossip for the week. All right, so with
You
that,
don't have any of the quotes about sex?
you got to listen to the show.
Oh man, I was hoping to pick up some pointers.
Here's what I will say. Here's what I will say. I'll tease a little bit for Adam because I love him so much and he's a friend of mine. They've known each other for a long time, so what's fun is seeing their friendship in the podcast. I think they do an hour with just the two of them, and she talks about working with Louis C.K. And she has a great spirit. Her mouth is foul, so you guys would love that.
Love it.
And again, her answers to some of these questions from callers, because they kind of have the love line dynamic where they take relationship calls and they're answering them. So it's a good bit of fun to see that. And she talks about the show a little bit, but I won't give away what it is because you have to listen.
She seemed pretty similar to her character on the show. Like, she's really down to earth, really funny, curses a lot, likes to have a drink in her hand. Cool chick.
I mean,
she was talking about PSAs, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, about how they have all these drunk people doing these sort of PSAs. So it's actually funny.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, she was a pretty well-known voice actress before she was on Californication, wasn't she?
Yeah, do you know which?
Time Cop.
She's also Bobby from King of the Hill.
Yeah, she was Bobby King of the Hill. She was the little kid in the Future Police or whatever, old show on Cartoon Network.
Futurama? No,
like little kid, big guy, and a robot going through time and messing with stuff. I think it was called Time Cop or something, or Future Cop. I don't know. It was actually a pretty good show, but her voice was so distinct in that as soon as I heard her on Californication, I was like, that's her.
That's great.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be cool. It'd be cool to sit down and chat with her because, yeah.
Well, listen to her on the Adam Carolla Show, available on iTunes, just like us.
Yeah, we need to get some Mangria on this show because that'd be fun.
Thank you, Stephen. All right, with that, let's move into predictions.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV
I can't do that.
predictions.
All right, the reason why I cut off our show to get into predictions, I want to have longer predictions. And the reason why I want to have that is because you said, Stephen, that it's becoming predictable.
Yes.
Here's where it's different. This is sort of the last straw. As he says, this is, you're everything I want, but you want nothing to do with me, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
And, it's pretty clear from the previews that Becca's work is not going to be good. But then the fun part is no one else seems to like Hank's work. And who does he have to go to? His muse.
Maggie, what's her? Oh, Faith.
Faith.
So what you're saying is perhaps when Hank says to Karen, he's like, I just have some sort of magnet that everybody wants me, but the one person I want doesn't want me. So when you're talking about writing, Hank doesn't like the one person that Becca wants to like her writing is Hank, and Hank's doesn't like it, and everybody else is going to like Becca's writing.
You think everybody else is going to like it?
Becca's writing?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
That's
think
what
so.
he just said.
That's what I was saying. If that's what your analogy was, that's
That's not my analogy.
Okay.
But that's an interesting point, but it wasn't my point.
Okay, because that's kind of what I got from that.
No, I get that's an interesting theory. I don't know if it is your theory, but you're saying it, and
Yeah.
I think that could happen.
That actually could happen. My theory was because they're both writing currently.
Right.
It's just Becca's done right now. Hank has yet to get to it.
Maybe they collaborate on a novel, and it's so.
Or the rock opera. It'd have to be the rock opera. If they would collaborate.
Yeah.
Well, we did see
Smart.
we did see in the preview that they hated the writing for the rock opera or something. So perhaps, well, I mean, what is rock and roll but sex and drugs? So using Becca's book for that might be interesting. Maybe it'll be the same kind of thing like with what's her? God, I can't even remember her name. She was in the studio, fucking and punching author.
Oh,
wait, that's the book.
Mia,
yeah.
Madeline Zima.
Madeline
is her
Zima
name.
finding the book and liking it and stealing it. I mean, what if it's the same with Atticus getting Becca's book and reading Becca's book and being like, This is it.
That
no
wouldn't
telling
be
that storyline again.
I liked your theory until you went there.
Yeah.
I don't think that would happen.
You
but-
lost it.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Child, it's the child.
Hello, child.
Hello, child.
Hello.
I'm going. No more balls. No more balls, Manson.
No more balls, Manson. Too many balls.
Too many balls.
What do you guys predict? I mean, now we have sort of a Mexican standoff with Stu and Runkle because they're both vying for Marcy.
And we have Runkle getting tased by Ophelia.
Yes, as we see in the next episode, we have Ophelia tasing Runkle and lots of shit going down. There we go.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm with you, Martin.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't know. Honestly, I think that Ophelia, there's. This is bad. What's another word for the F word? Because it's got to be like really strong.
what do you want to?
I freaking hate people who are such feminists. It's like we should be looking.
Speaking of writing, this is a true quote. There are some feminists that believe because again, this is from their interpretation. There are so many male writers that literally what the writer is doing is inserting his phallus onto the work, onto humans that read it. And if that is the level of
So
consciousness
this man wouldn't even let this woman finish her sentence.
I know.
Feminism.
Well, what was your take on it? By the way,
No.
if there are any writers that are writing on that conscious of a level, that is insane. I don't want to know those writers.
I just love writing my dick into my work.
There are feminists who believe that, but go ahead, Roxy.
You know what, you males? Shut the F up. No, okay, here's what I'm saying.
I believe the word you were looking for to describe her was the C word.
I drop it so many times I literally think Phil will punch me in the face if I say it on air. Here's the thing. It's good to believe in equality. It's not good to believe that women should rule the world.
It's not.
Because that's not equal.
Because that's not equality. Ophelia thinks that women should, like, basically beat up men.
I mean,
For having penises.
as Runkle is tased.
I don't even know if beat up is the word. I think be subservient is more of the feeling.
Guys, where's this cock cage gonna go? Are we gonna ever see that again?
Do you really want to see it again?
Yeah, I do.
I think we will. You know what? Is she gonna cock cage Runkle while he's down and out?
I don't think Marcy will let him.
Who knows what Marcy will? Marcy's still mad.
What if Ophelia and Stu fuck? Damn!
I've already.
All right, roll the
predicted
music,
that.
Martin.
Yeah.
Roll the music.
no.
Bye, Roxy.
Oh no!
Bye.
Oh no!
You know what? Yeah, Roxy, please take a seat. I won't even give your Twitter away.
Hey,
serious,
Martin,
go.
can you
Roxy
mute her
Striar.
mic? Mute her mic.
Go. I will not end the show until you're gone.
Get the fuck out. Oh,
And you too.
Shit.
You're gone too.
Damn it.
All right, Martin, close this out with me. Martin, where can they find you? Is it the Every Other Day Man?
It is. It's the Every Other Day Man. I am JC Rubio's better-looking younger cousin.
All right, well, thank you, Martin, for doing a great show with me. You're always the best. Thank you, listeners, for listening. We will improve, I promise. See you guys next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.